Now, there we go. Welcome back, guys. Sorry about that little delay there. Technical issues. It happens to all of us. All right, where were we? We were talking about the Code Red pre-show main match that you were in.
Yeah. We were talking about my failure. I fell flat on my face.
Was there any part of that match that you had that you actually enjoyed that you got to do during the match?
Oh yeah, the part where I didn't fall on my face. Yeah, probably any part other than that. Yeah, I think. Yeah. No, that's all I'm gonna say about that match.
That's all you're gonna say about that match? Okay. I'm sure there'll be plenty more matches with better outcomes for you than that one. Let me get the page opened up on the side here. No viewers right now, so I can just kind of delay things a little bit. I'll move over from the other one. All right. Where to go to next? The next place we've seen you, of course, most recently, and they've got a show coming up here in a little over an hour, UWE. And when we seen you pop up in UWE, the first person you went after was, of course, the Phoenix Firebird himself, Ustala.
Yes.
Why did you? First of all, why did you target him? And what did you think of the brief little feud that you guys have had or have, whichever way you want to put it?
You make it sound like we're done.
So far, that's why I had said have.
Hello.
So far.
I gotta give him credit. He's very smart. He capitalized on my mistake. And I got a little overzealous. I went to the well too many times. I missed, and he took advantage of that. And that's how we got the victory. Now, if I was more careful, I'd be the winner. So the next time me and Usalo face each other, the outcome will be different. So we're not done. No. Not by a long shot.
I know that was the word.
My reason for picking Ustalo. Well, I saw the balance of chaos in UWE. And I thought, what better way to make my mark in UWE than to go after the balance of chaos? I figure I'll start with Ustalo and I can work my way to both Jason Atlas, or Disease of Atlas, and Revan. And when I beat Revan, I'll take Proving Ground Rising Star strap off him, and everything will be right as rain.
Fair enough. I'm gonna get this link sent out to a group chat on Twitter here real quick. Try and get some people joining in. Oh, we got a couple people in. Good. I move things around a little. All right. So I asked you this for Proving Ground, but I didn't for the other companies. Let's go from company to company here real quick. First, in VTW, who are some of the guys there that you would like to get a chance to compete against that you haven't had the opportunity to? And yes, we'll get into one certain individual that you're going to be in the ring with here at some point in a little bit.
Yeah. I would like to face Dustin Reagan. And like to face D-Lock. Hell, I'll get a tag partner and I'll face Killer Instinct. Why not? I would like to go one-on-one with Drew Hood. I mean, yeah, I was kind of in the tag match, but like actual, one-on-one. There's no outside factor, just me and him. I think earlier this year, me and Jamal Payne threw jabs at each other. I'm not entirely sure what he's doing right now, but I'd like to face him in the future too. Why are you missing anybody? Aaron Jones, Ecstatic, Tyler Aiken. Kevin Shaw. Can't do Chase Bridges because he's hurt, but alternate universe maybe.
Maybe.
I'm not sure if I'm forgetting anybody. But if I am, I'll think of it later and I'll put it on Twitter.
You're like a D-Lo or a K9 or...
Oh, yeah. See, I was forgetting people.
I figured you went through just about the entire roster, so I might as well pick up the other couple.
Well, I get greedy. I want to face everybody.
Right. So pretty much same answer for NUW, everybody?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I can mention, before I move too far away, we did see you again during the actual Code Red pay-per-view as well. Not just on the pre-show, because you were one of the lumberjacks for the Yankee Johnny Reed match. It came out with Yankee, for that matter.
Yes, I was.
And I thought Yankee was going to hand you the hardcore championship at one point, I believe it was.
Yeah, no.
You got a little diss on that one, too.
He told me, he was like, "Pay your dues, kid." So.
Yeah. That's all good, though.
That's all right. I got to mix it up with the other lumberjacks, so fine by me.
Right.
As far as NUW goes and facing anybody there, I'm just gonna let you see what happens.
Fair enough. It's gonna be interesting to see who you do mix it up with in there, because you haven't really had. I would say you haven't really had a specific feud yet, big feud, anyways, in NUW.
I guess not.
So let's see how that goes. Of course, UWE, we know you just mentioned you got to balance of chaos in your sights. Past that, anybody else?
Yeah, there's 3 guys that I have my sight on. Not just the Balance of Chaos trio or the Balance of Melvins, as I like to call them, but Rick Rios, TJ Sakara, and Dirty DeChico.
Huh.
So 3 guys that like to face, and I get the feeling I might face them sooner rather than later. Maybe I'm just getting a little too overzealous here, but we'll see.
2 of those 3, of course, not only co-GMs of UWE programming right now, but also UWE Underground Champion and UWE World Heavyweight Champion, for that matter.
Can I say I like gold?
Apparently so. Well, as one very infamous or famous person once said, if you're not in it for the big one, what are you in it for, pretty much? So
exactly.
Be nice to see where you go from there. Kind of interesting that you didn't say anything about one certain individual in UWE, but maybe you're not looking to have crosshairs with a certain supremacy.
Hey, I mean, maybe I'm in their graces because I did attack Uslo. I mean, I kind of just waltzed in there. Nobody stopped me, so.
Fair point.
I have a free reign in UWE.
And nobody really knows how big the soft supremacy is, so. Well, they may have in their back pocket. All right.
I'm in nobody's back pocket.
Gotcha.
I do things for myself. Nobody else.
Fair enough. Speaking of doing things for yourself, we've seen a certain match that's going to happen at some point down the line, brewing on Twitter over Nana's iced tea, of all things. Of course, referring to your upcoming Best in the Yard 4 match with one Matt Maverick.
Yeah, he gave me some of his Nana's famous sweet tea when I was there for the reunion, and it was awful. Like, have you ever had Tang before?
I don't think I have.
It's like that powdery orange drink that you like.
I know what it is. I
A
don't.
craze in the '90s or whatever.
Yep.
It was like shittier tasting than that.
Wow.
It was awful. And then he fires back with what everybody does, calling me Lip from Shameless and all that other stupid stuff. And really pissed me off. So I guess I got to teach this young boy some manners, and then maybe dump some more of his Nana's sweet tea all over him, and make sure nobody else has to suffer what I suffered.
There you go. So going into this, it'll be not only yours but also his first best in the yard match. What does that mean to you, and what are you looking forward to the most? I guess you could say of being a part of that show.
Well, you know, I'm honored to, be a part of the show. I know Evan Blake was in Best in the Yard 3, representing LBW. I would say I'd be representing Proving Grounds because I've kind of, been predominantly a Proving Grounds roster member for this year. But apart from that, it's a bigger platform to kind of show what I can do, show improvement I've made to beat Matt Maverick's ass in front of however many people are there, to go back down to North Carolina and to show everybody that I'm back. It's like I got butterflies in the stomach, goosebumps and all that, just waiting for it to happen,
Right.
And, paying respects to those that were before me and the other best in the yards, and to carry on the legacy.
Gotcha.
And beat Matt Maverick up.
Of course.
Maybe K9 too, if he shows up and
this. I imagine he'll probably be in Matt's corner.
I'm hoping he is.
All right. Without giving anything away, do you see yourself at any specific future crossovers or making any other appearances at places that perhaps we aren't familiar with you being at? Or, well, we'll get back to one other company you mentioned that you're a part of too. But
yeah, barring LCW.
Yep.
There's a couple. I really can't give too much away, and I feel bad because I'm not really answering anything for your question. But
to an extent, yes.
In the future, expect to see me somewhere. So.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah.
Any crossover events that you'd like to be a part of? I'll just put it out there. Like, for instance, we got King of the Yard 2 coming up here at some point. Do we get to look forward to perhaps seeing an appearance from Brandon Castelli at King of the Yard 2?
Well,
what do you think?
I didn't get a chance to go to the first one.
Right.
Look out. There'll be some surprises.
Well, here's a surprise. Certain somebody says, "Hey, you beautiful fuck," in the chat section.
I don't know who the hell that is.
That would be the disease. Somebody who is looking forward to you being on here on Monday too. So,
beautiful brother.
So since you've appeared in all those different shows, and you even mentioned LCW, You wrestled on the ground. I would imagine probably at LCW. I know they were getting a ring. I don't know if they had it yet for that show. You've been in a couple different kinds of rings. You've been on the trampoline. What has been, if there is anything, like a biggest difference that you've experienced from all the different aspects of rings or platforms, if you will?
Biggest difference. Well, there's a huge difference going from like going from say the ground or the trampoline to a ring.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can do a lot more in the ring, but you also can't do certain things that you would be able to do on the trampoline. And then going off the ring onto ground or what was I think I had a match on pavement. I think that sucked more than ground
I would imagine
else ever has, and I think that I'm not doing that ever again. But change wise, the ring definitely can do a lot more. I feel like I have a lot more freedom in the ring. The ground is sort of it's open, but it's very limiting to what you can do. And the trampoline, you can do a lot of high risk moves and all that, but it's, it has its own cons too. But
so Atlas does say, "How is this chat not blowing up? Do they know who the fuck this man is?" For one thing, we did just have to open up a new link because we had some technical issues.
Atlas, I'm sorry. I don't think everybody feels the same way about me as you do.
We had a couple people that popped in and out during the first part. Atlas also said, "Can't wait to see you Sunday when Shameless comes back on."
I've actually gotten snaps, not from like a couple from BYW people, but like a lot of people in my area have talked about it. And like I started watching the show and I never ever made that like connection, like ever. Mm-hmm. And then somebody, I think it might have been Atlas, he had a picture and it was like a side by side or like a top down, and it was like Lip and me. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess I can kind of see that.
Gotcha.
I never noticed it before.
Right. What Atlas puts in there from that. While he's doing that, we'll wait to see if he's got anything there. Let's jump into the questions from Navan since he had a few of them for you.
Oh, yes.
So the first thing Navan wants me to make sure to ask, what do you eat when you visit a Chick-fil-A?
He knows I hate Chick-fil-A. Like, I guess, all right, I'll be cool and I'll answer this.
Yay! Oh.
The last time I went to Chick-fil-A, I don't remember when that was. Not recently, because, but I think it was one of their chicken sandwiches, like the grilled chicken, and it had their sauce on it or whatever. And I was like, I could make a better one of these at home. And the waffle fries, and yeah, it just garbage. Like, Navan, how dare you ask me that ever? I thought you of all people would have more etiquette and eat at a higher established place, being the king of the mountain and all. But I get something wrong.
Maybe. We all know Navan loves his Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Oh, I know he loves Chick-fil-A and certain people that work there, but.
Yeah. So his next question, with Hell in a Cell approaching, what is your favorite all-time Hell in a Cell match?
I gotta say the first Hell in a Cell match. Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. Had the debut of Kane. First one of its kind, so it was crazy as fuck and awesome to watch. It was a great match. Not really much to say about it. I mean, the cell matches, they just slowly started to go down from that. You know, like now it's not even worth watching these Hell in a Cell matches.
This year might be okay, a couple of them at least, but we'll see. All right, that's just my opinion. So this next question, there's two parts to it, and I'll just read the first question first and then let you answer that. Do you prefer, or do you like, as he put it, to watch Navan McDonald or The Last Emotion Novin?
I think I like to watch Navan more than Novin. You said there's two parts to this?
Yep.
What's the second part?
The second part is, which one would you like to wrestle if given the chance?
I just have to pick one? Really?
Yep. He wants to know which one.
All right. Well, I'm going to answer. I'm going to give you two answers.
Okay.
I want to wrestle the King of the Mountain, Brandon Castelli, Navan McDonald, whatever match type it is. I don't care. Me and him one-on-one.
Gotcha.
Then, if I can find him, I don't know how, but I will get Ghost to face Novin.
Fair enough. Laughter from Atlas. Just got the laughter emoji. And Mr. Judgment pops in, says, Brandon, you mortal.
That means a lot coming from the Prophet of Purgatory.
You know?
I'm
All
not
right.
mortal.
Keep an eye on that. Navan's next question. What is your favorite BYW theme song?
I guess I'm going to be a mark for myself, and I'm going to say my theme song.
Well, it is.
I like it.
There you go. All right.
I mean, I used to do White Zombies More Human Than Human, but at least in Rhode Island, I had to stop doing it because it offended the families that watched the show because it was the explicit version. But,
Gotcha. All right. Before I get to his other questions, Mr. Judgment says, how would you feel about facing Mr. Judgment with your soul on the line?
my soul on the line? I don't think I put it on the line yet, so you're on. Judgment. Filth.
Yeah.
I'll face him.
Atlas told him, shut your everything, Judgment. You have no power here. Judgment would go on and says, I have power everywhere. I am infinite. And Atlas says, yes, you are infinity years old. We know.
I'll fight Mr. Judgment for infinity.
There you go. All right. I'm going to skip number 5. We'll get back to it. If you could book a best in the yard, what would be the co-main event and the main event on that card?
Co-main event and the main event.
Yep. As you're pondering that, Judgment says, indeed, filth.
Filther. That's really tough. I wish you would ask me this over a message so I could write it out. and
Hey,
like
it's
try
Devon's
some
question,
actual
not
matches.
mine.
And yeah, because this is tough because there's a lot of people that have come and gone, and like in a perfect world, I'd like to have all of them involved in it. You know, does
Right?
that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people that are deserving of the co and main event spots. It's just like right now, it's really hard of me to think of it because there's a lot of guys that are deserving of it. I'm gonna have to get back to this one. All right,
Okay.
I'm not just gonna drop it like after this.
Yeah, I won't let you drop it. So.
I'm gonna hit this and I'm gonna draw up a whole match card. Like, this will be the longest show ever. It'll be like a nightmare to book, but I will do it.
Interesting. Alice told Judgment, I own my filthy and bask in it. I am the disease, damn it. Brings up a good point. So the last question, since we're avoiding that one for now. Can you share our road trip together to Hellhound's house?
Share it. Yeah, I mean, sure. Like, does he want me to talk about it? Does he want me to like sit there?
Yeah, but first I'll mention this. Yankee, longtime viewer, but hasn't been in for many shows lately because he's been busy with work and stuff, is in the chat room and says, Brandon is the little goat because I'm the big goat.
Holy fuck. He is the fucking goat. Much love, man. Really appreciate that. Honestly, just try to stay humble, you know? As far as the road trip with Navan goes, like, if I have clips, I'll send them to you later. But that kind of started off bad because, like, I told Navan the day before, like, I had work, and I told him I was gonna leave work early to go get him, and he was like, "All right, but I gotta get ready." And so I interpreted that as come later. So I went to my house and I went to sleep. And I woke up to him calling me. He's like, "Hey, brother, you on your way?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll be there." And I was like, "Fuck," because Zach was asking where we were too, and Devon's asking me, and I'm trying to drive with the GPS, and they're both trying to call me, and I'm telling Devon like, "Hey, Devon, I'll be there as soon as I can. I got traffic and everything else," and I'm thinking to myself, "Fuck, I just left my house." Like, oh my god. And then finally picking up Devon was good, but I think we had like an hour, maybe or more, to get to Zach's house, but it was it was a pretty fun ride. Friggin' don't know what gas station it was, but we stopped because he had to use the bathroom, and he locked the door. And I kept screwing with the handle, and he kept thinking somebody was coming up to the door to thinking they had to go to the bathroom. So he's like, "It's occupied." I waited, knocked on the door again. He's like, "It's occupied." And I knocked on the door again. He's like, "What the hell are you doing out there? Don't you know I'm in here?" And he comes out. I'm like, "Navon, what happened?" The first thing he says to me, "There's piss all over the floor in there. Don't even bother going in there."
Wow.
Oh, it's funny. No, that road trip was awesome. If I got video, I'll send it to you. But I'm really glad Navon remembered that because that was it sucked, like going to get him, but it was fun afterwards.
Gotcha. All right, so I got a couple comments here real quick. DBW says, from everyone here at DBW, we are extremely glad to have a talent such as yourself. We look forward to a great future from you here in DBW.
Means a lot.
Is that? I skipped over one on purpose because I wanted to read that one first. Yankee says, "How is our wrestling rumble on the Ramada Inc. in Newburgh?"
Wait, say it again?
How was our wrestling rumble on the Ramada Inc. in Newburgh?
That was lit. Now that that had to have been the greatest rumble in history. No rumble can ever top that, ever. And I'm pretty sure the hotel staff fucking hate us now. And I'm probably never going to be able to go back to that Ramada.
Sounds like an interesting story anyway. Interesting time.
Oh my god.
Oh, so we'll get back to that other question towards the end. I got more things I'm going to go over, but one last thing from Navan before I move on from Navan's stuff. He says to tell you, whatever, bitch.
Whatever, bitch. Yeah. Amen and bye, bitch.
We all know where he goes there. So, my next question is, because we chat section got quiet there for a second. So, what do you see? Well, actually, I'm going to skip that question for now. We'll get back to it. What is your theme music? Since you brought it up and mentioned that your theme music is your favorite BYW theme music, what does it mean to you, and what went into picking the song that you use currently as your theme song? No detail for it.
Okay, that's fair. Well, it does say a lot about my current identity crisis, I guess you would call it. I'm in control. Make no question about that.
Okay.
But when he does call, I let him take over, and I let him tear it apart. It's more of a warning for whoever's in the ring that
Gotcha.
at the drop of a hat, it might not be me.
Fair enough.
And as far as going into the picking the song, he's in the chat still, I believe, but me and Yankee actually went over this, and he pulled the trigger on that one.
Gotcha.
And I've been using it ever since, and I think it's way better than any of the other themes I've had.
Yes, Nikki's still in the chat. Says, "I love your theme song. One of my faves."
I fucking know you do. You tell me all the time. I love your theme song too. I don't understand what they're saying, but it's catchy. I like it.
Right. All right. Now I'll go into the other question I had. What do you see as your future in the whole community go with all the different companies you're in right now, obviously? Where do you see things going from there? And where do you see yourself 5 years from now, 10 years from now, whatever the case may be?
Jesus, this sounds like one of the most recent interviews I had.
Yeah.
As far as where I see myself in the future, it's really, it's really tough to say because you never know what happens.
Sure.
And, knock on wood and all that. God forbid I never get injured. I would kind of put a stop to my goals for the future. But as far as that all goes, I want to be going wherever the hell, kicking ass, taking title belts, making other people think I look like Lip. Like I got the 3-tiered plan. It never fails.
Okay.
And as far as the community goes, I love traveling around, going to different companies. I like to go where I'm needed, but none of this would have even happened if it wasn't for Proving Ground, you know. And no matter what, like that'll always be my home.
Right. Gotcha. Yankee did say it was great giving you the theme song, Life with the Character plus story.
It was great.
There you go.
Keeping it. I'm freaking keeping that wherever else I go. You know, whatever the future holds for me, that'll be my theme.
Yeah. Fair enough. Um, Two more topics, at least here. So, obviously, we kind of mentioned it earlier. Let's talk a little bit more about your little webcast, podcast, whatever you want to exactly call it, taking it to the next level.
I guess it'd be a vlog. Maybe?
Vlog, yes, that's what I was looking
Sort
for.
of, I guess, right?
Yeah, I would call it that.
Well, I started doing it, and then the Balance of Melvins, they saw that I was doing that, and they're like, "Oh man, we should totally copy him." Just kidding, but no, seriously,
Maybe.
fuckers. But I started doing it because I wanted to document, you know, maybe not just my travels, but whoever else is with me. I wanted to document what we go through, what it takes to put on the shows in the back and in the ring, you know, and everything in between. You know,
Mhm.
I try to, make it fun and all that, but it's really to show you um, everything we do and all the dedication we have to putting on a show for everybody.
Right. That's fair.
Yeah. And also, shows you. I started with the NLW guys, and it shows as the episodes go further in, NLBW guys getting cut out, more and more getting cut out until I'm the only one left.
Right.
You know?
And Dix, I believe the one episode I watched most recently was your first ever trip to NUW by yourself.
Yep. First ever trip by myself. Uh, it was kind of weird going by myself, but at the same time, it wasn't that bad. Kind of gives me like a taste of things to come in case I ever have to do it again.
Right. So, System Bond brought the one up. Any other fun road stories that you'd like to share or can share?
Well, there's a couple. One I'll tell you. I think the second time I was at Proving Ground, it was me and Jay Genocide,
Mm-hmm.
and we were driving back, and I just worked third shift. I left at 5 in the morning to pick him up, which he friggin' overslept, so I had to wait over an hour to pick up his ass. And then,
Wow.
we wrestled. I got the shit kicked out of me. He got the shit kicked out of him. And we're going home, and I think it's like 10 at night, and we're in Connecticut, and I'm falling asleep like every 5 seconds. And he's like waking me up. At one point, like I fell asleep and I rolled over the rumble strip, but I kept going. It didn't wake me up, and I woke up to him going, "Whoa!" And I looked, and we're right near the guardrail. I'm like, "Oh shit!" And then back on the side, and like I told him, I was like, "Hey, dude, I'm really tired, but we gotta get home because it's super late. So like, if you see me dozing off, can you wake me up?" And he's like, "Sure." I'm like, sweet, thanks. And 2 minutes later, I look over, and he's
Zonked out of
I'm
course.
like, "Well, great. I guess we die now."
Gotta do that.
Um, there's been a bunch of road stories and a couple I've forgotten. I'm sure. I would like to get like a dash cam or something to record it. It probably wouldn't be for taking it to the next level because way too long, but maybe something on the side or some highlights. But there's been a lot of shit.
All right. So would you say, go over some goals perhaps that you have that in the near future that you're looking towards achieving?
I would like to capture another heavyweight title before the end of the year. I would like to face a couple people. Just the problem of either working around their schedules or actually getting them to get in the ring. I'll just say facing people.
Okay.
It's tough because there's a lot of things I want to do, and I feel like I have such little time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really just trying to get as much as I can. I'm trying to go as many places as I can. I'm trying to do everything to the best of my abilities. And face all of these great people. Just kind of add to my legacy, because I never really know when it is that it'll be over for me. So I'm really trying to cram in as much experience or matches or whatever the word is for it. But this year alone, I've traveled all over the East Coast, and I've faced people that I thought I'd never get a chance to, and I want to face them again. And I want to face more people. I want to go to the other side of the states. I want to go to Ireland or something like that, and I want to slap Harry Likes Wrestling in the face, and then go to Scotland, because people only go to Ireland just to go to Scotland. Like it's the United Kingdom's gas station to go to better countries. But anyways.
All right. Just a couple more things. Before I get into that, though, anything specific you want to mention? Anything to plug or anything like that?
Any plug?
Yeah, any plugs.
Well, I don't have merch yet because I feel like I've been too lazy to make it. But taking it to the next level, I'm working on the next episode. I have a couple that I've tried to, get ready so I could just kind of shoot them out, one after the other. Plugs though. Victor Van Pelt, stop ducking me. Sam I.O., I owe you 2 cock shots. Cameron Jackson, round 3. Yankee, have I paid my dues yet, brother? Do I got more to do? I don't know if I got any more plugs. I don't know.
Just keep on the lookout, and we'll see you everywhere. So.
Oh yeah, you're gonna see him in more places too before the year's over.
I believe it. So let's go into the next little segment here. Jess actually got quiet on me, so we'll just keep rolling.
All right.
So I'm going to give you 3 names here. You're going to tell me you're jobbing one, so one's going to be a jobber. You're pretty much in control of a company. You're pushing one, giving them that big old push to the championship, and you're firing one of these 3 guys.
All right. So it's like one of these games, huh?
Yep. Ready for those 3 names?
And you said job who you want, so
So you're going to say who the person out of these 3 names would be jobbing to you, pretty much.
Okay.
You're beating. All right. And you're going to fire one of these guys, and you're going to push one of them to the moon, pretty much.
Okay.
Be a big star. 3 names. You're familiar with all 3 of them quite well. Evan Blake, for 1. Ustalo, for 2. And I kind of have a feeling I know where this one's going to land. But Matt Maverick, for number 3.
All right. You might be surprised with my answer.
Maybe.
I would push Matt Maverick to get the world title. Obvious reasons there.
Okay.
I would job out Evan Blake, and I would fire Ustalo. Just so I could have an unsanctioned match with him.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting pick. I told you we were going to go back to it, so.
Yeah, I was wondering what it was. I wasn't really sure what you were getting at, but interesting 3 picks you had there.
Yeah. I just had to go with 3 guys that you're quite familiar with.
Oh, yeah. Very familiar with all 3. Not so much Matt Maverick. I mean,
right.
His tea is still garbage. He's still going to get his ass stomped the best in the yard. But I'll hold off on that.
Okay. So, yeah, you said you'd do that some other time, the whole best of the yard card. So,
yeah, I got to write it out because there's a lot of people that I want to do justice to.
Okay, so let me ask you this one then. Off the best in the yard phrase there. Who would you like to see get a chance at a best in the yard that hasn't appeared at a show yet?
That hasn't appeared?
That has not appeared.
Okay.
If you can name anybody. Or somebody you'd like to see that hasn't been there in a while.
There's quite a few. Like Zach Cobalt, definitely, I feel like he should go to best in the yard because that kid's awesome. I've seen a lot of his stuff, and I feel like he deserves to have a match there. Can't say any of the people that have already been confirmed. You know, you've seen the cards that are, it's coming out, so I can't really do that.
Yeah.
All the shit that was happening, it would have been cool to see Mark Williams and Chase Bridges clash, but probably might never get that. It would have been cool to see, though. Maybe like if he wasn't retired, have Suede Savard from CHW face Mr. Judgment.
That'd be nice.
Like if he was still alive, have Wicked J at best in the yard.
Yes.
There's a lot of people that I would love to see at best in the yard. I don't have the power to make them go there, but
obviously,
I could say I'd like to see him there.
Right. That's the whole point of the question.
You're right.
All right.
Oh yeah, Damon Scar, and the rest of the Outcasts. They should go to best in the yard too.
Fair enough.
Almost forgot.
Right. All right. What's I gonna go? Get towards the end here. I had something on my mind. And it just went away. So let me look back. And I hear him clicks.
Oh, and to all my Chronic brothers, you know I love you. I know you're watching, so.
And interesting. Oh, Riley Bates is in, says, well, hello.
Hello?
Oh, that's what I was going to do. I'll make you name three. Any three guys from wrestling, pro or backyard, or you can even do both for that matter, that you would like to face if you had the opportunity to. Yeah, you can even put in indies there for that matter.
Well.
I had a wide open question then, but still.
I would love to get the shit kicked out of me by Minoru Suzuki.
Yeah.
Whether that be in New Japan or, you know, the biggest friggin' shot in the dark ever. He came to a BYW show. Either or. That would be awesome. If I could face Yankee and Mr. Judgment in a triple threat match, I'd be content with that too. Because I want to face both of them equally. And I think I'd want to, out of everybody that I could pick, I would want to have a match with Cody Rhodes. You know, if we're doing this, you know, and the stars align and I can do it, then I totally would.
You can't go wrong picking Cody, especially right now.
Yeah, he's got the Funko Pops coming too.
Yeah. Riley says, do you think you could ever see Riley Bates versus Brandon Castelli?
Dude, I have no idea. I mean, maybe. Like, I don't know what Fed you're in. And if you do come to any of the ones that I happen to travel to, like, maybe, you know,
He's 14, doesn't travel right now.
Oh, he's 14? Oh,
yeah.
dude.
An SBW.
You know how much trouble I could get into for beating you up? Like, if you don't like how the match goes, you could just call the cops and I would go away for a long time.
South Dakota, yeah. All right. So for that, see what Riley has to say about that one. But
I mean, yeah, like I wouldn't mind facing him, but you know, age, I would just feel really bad if anything happened and his parents decided to, you know,
I hear you.
not play nice.
It says, I don't care. It'd be a hell of a fight. Either way.
All right, then. You're a witness, Tony, so.
There you go. Make things happen. No.
It's his funeral.
Me? All right. Yeah, it's close enough. So, any last thing, period?
Any last thing, period?
Any last thing, period, that you want to mention or talk about before? Let me get that muted again.
This way. What does it say? This way.
Did you hear stuff in the background?
Well, let's see. Damon Scar thanks again for putting in all that work. I got the belt. You don't. I'm going to keep it for a very long time. Revan, I'm coming for the Rising Star Championship. I'm going to take it off you. NUW, be on the lookout. Because I'm there. So I'm taking stuff. Navon, I'm going to put my whole fucking fist in your mouth. It's going to be great. And I'm going to say that Chick-fil-A sucks the whole time. VTW. If they're still doing shows, I'll come back. UWE, I'm not done. Not by a long shot. I still got a lot of people on my hit list. I still got a lot of titles to take. And I got very little time to do so. So I got to get to work.
Yeah.
I got to start getting busy. And I got to book that Best in the Yard show for you. I'm going to fucking hate myself for doing it because there's a lot of people I got to put in there.
Yeah. Glad to see that at some other point in time.
Yeah. But I will do that. And hopefully I don't miss anybody. But yeah, I'll get that for you.
All right. Divine and I just might have to make sure that happens. Since it was his question.
Don't worry. It will happen.
I believe you.
Any other questions I can answer for you?
Let's see. Nothing off the top of my head at the moment.
Fair enough.
That's it. If you had any last things you wanted to talk about, to go for it. Otherwise,
yeah, I sorry the other guy didn't show up, but he's been very quiet for a while. I plan on keeping it that way. I get a lot more stuff done when he's not around.
I believe that.
But as far as everything else goes, it's been chronic. It's been fun. Balance of Melvins still suck. That Maverick's gonna get his ass beat. I'm planning on taking a lot more gold in the coming months. It's gonna be a good year for me, anyways. I don't know about the rest of everybody. It's good for me. Shameless is coming back on, so hopefully I get my royalty checks. Probably not though, because I've been getting fucked the last however many seasons are out now.
Yeah, I can't tell you.
Yep. That's all I got though. Really.
Okay.
That's it.
As mentioned, you can plug it again, taking it to the next level as well.
Yes. Taking it to the next level. I think I'm on episode 12 coming out. I believe. I'm hoping to
12 or 13, one or the other.
12 or 13, but I'm hoping to post that one soon. I'm trying to button it up and just add some finishing touches to it. Like I said, I have like one or two more that are ready to go, waiting in the wings. But yeah, remember, Proving Grounds merch, you can get it. Pretty sure it's in the link, I think, in the most recent episodes, and you can also go on Twitter and check it out that way. But
speaking of Twitter, where can they find you on Twitter if anybody doesn't have you yet?
All right, you can find me on Twitter at Brandon Castelli. I think you sent out a tweet with that. You can find me on there. I'm on Instagram. Plugging all my shit, you know? What can I say?
Yep.
Buy Proving Ground merch. Watch my show. If I have merch, buy my merch. Watch me beat Matt Maverick's ass and anybody else. Watch me hit Ustalo with that chair again, because that was so satisfying to watch back.
But it was.
Oh, yeah. But until then, keep your eyes open.
Sounds good. So as mentioned, you're in a lot of different companies, so
I might be in a lot more. So
that could be. We'll see.
Just stay ready.
So no matter what company you like to watch, you might see Brandon Castelli pop up sometime on
Yeah.
that show. So,
And then it might be your favorite show. Who knows?
right, maybe.
But until then,
I know this took us a couple tries to get into, and we've had little difficulties today, but I do have to say thanks for coming on to the show.
well, thanks for having me. It was good. I hope I answered all your questions that you may have, and
been a good guest.
Back on here. Feel free to let me know.
We'll have you back on, don't worry. There's not a whole lot of shows I'll be doing here on out besides this and prediction shows, but
which I was on one of those, I believe.
Yeah, I believe you are.
I think for one of the NUW mega shows.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't remember which one, but yeah, you're for one. That's probably on the NUW channel too.
I think it was Halloween Hell. I think
you're right.
Maybe. I think it. Yeah, I think it was because I think that was when Murder Club was facing Cameron and David Lowell.
Yeah.
And, Shadow Grim was facing Joseph Anthony.
Yeah, sounds right. Pretty sure it was Halloween Hill too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it.
Okay. But yeah. As we get a few more people coming in as we're getting ready to close out the show, we'll see if they pop up anything in there. Beyond that, I don't have anything really to plug because I don't have any next show lined up right now. I do have an idea of who my next guest will be, but I'm not going to reveal that. Just make sure you follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and that's where you'll find out when the next show will be. Speaking of people plugging things, Atlas has to plug one thing here. Sorry to be plugging something else while the amazing Brandon Castelli is displaying his greatness, but now I gotta wait for him to respond.
Let me guess. It's gonna be Let's Get Chaotic because I fucking know he's gonna plug that shit. I know he is. It's uncanny. Every time I post
plug that, I figured he was gonna go there, and I was gonna mention it here too. UWE HD Lockdown tonight. It's gonna be a mega lockdown. Please tune in. It starts in 4 minutes, 3 minutes and so many seconds at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Way to make me look like a dick, Atlas. Here I was saying that you were going to post Let's Get Chaotic, and you did that instead. It's uncanny, though. Every time I post it, taking it to the next level, like within the half hour, it's like, Let's Get Chaotic. And I'm like,
of course.
Hey guys, that's when you're going to post that shit? You see me post it? I kid, Atlas. I kid. Maybe.
Yes, I was planning on plugging Lockdown anyways, but Atlas just kind of beat me to it. So there you go. Yeah, if you're watching this now, make sure you go over to UWE's page. They've got the link up for it. And watch some Lockdown. I'm sure it'll be. Also, LGC will be returning real soon. Stay tuned. Love you, Brandon.
I knew it. I knew it.
You had to plug Let's Get Chaotic. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Of course. I gotta try and stay ahead of them so, like, they're not overshadowing me with it.
Right.
I gotta beat them in the race of pumping out new episodes. God damn it.
All right. But again, as we're trying to do before Atlas had to start plugging things. And so we got the music going. You're gonna notice this is gonna be a new theme. I just decided to start using that as my outro. It's the intro, so
I dig it.
Makes no sense for Tiger Toss Wrestling.
Thanks
So once again, thanks for coming on, Brandon. We had a fun time. We'll see you again. We're out of here.
Sure.
See ya.